Number one, you're living in a world that ontologically has built-in suffering into it. Number two, you're probably suffering from some bad karma, from some bad thing you did in a past life. And number three, you're probably attached in a material way to the object of your desires. We don't have to go to the Vedic or Hindu scriptures only to hear that material life is a life of suffering. All the great sages and saints of practically every theistic and even non-theistic tradition says so. And we all experience it. There's a lot of suffering in this world, and it's unavoidable. No matter how you cut the cake, no matter what plans you do and take, there's going to be built-in suffering. And therefore, I'm Cyril War, or Chandra. I have a master's in the study of religion from Oxford University, and I've been initiated in the monotheistic Bhakti Hindu tradition, coming in the line of Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada since 1995. So please do subscribe if you're interested in Indian philosophy, spiritual. We all go through phases where sometimes we experience some extra suffering or extra feelings of being depressed. That could be explained because you're going through some specific karmic time in your life, which correspond to some specific thing that you did to somebody else, either earlier in this life or in a past life. And so that crunch time that you're experiencing specifically at this moment, which makes you even more depressed, could be explained by this. And as far as being attached to the fruits of your desires, I want to refer to the most famous scripture of India called the Bhagavad Gita. For those of you who don't know about it, there's descriptions, links in the description to this video. In the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, there's a process that's described about how you and I get attached to our objects of our desires, and then the result is as follows. So it goes like this: while contemplating the objects of the senses, one develops attachment for them. From attachment, lust arises. From lust, anger arises. From anger, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, our intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls back down into the material pool. In other words, you get attached to the girl that you want to sleep with, or the guy that you want to marry. Sorry for the stereotypes. To the career that you want to have, to the amount of money that you want to have, to the position in your job that you want to have, to the college that you want to get accepted to. And when you don't get those things fulfilled, and who gets all their desires fulfilled in this world? Practically nobody. So when you don't get those desires fulfilled, then you get frustrated, and out of that frustration, anger arises, and like I just described, there's a whole process. The solution, as always, is spiritual. Once you recognize and remember these causes of your depression, then you can be more confident in taking shelter, literally, of the spiritual, whether that means chanting more mantras, praying harder, going to church or to the temple or to the mosque more often. The point is, as a soul, if you take shelter of God, of the divine, with more enthusiasm, to that degree, the unhappiness caused by your depression, which is caused by at least 3 of the reasons that we described here, will diminish and diminish and diminish. Thanks for watching. And remember, we are more than our physical bodies. Om Tat Sat.